Hello and welcome to War Machine Weekend 2016. I'm Brent Walder, Director of Legal Affairs.
And I'm Daz Kemp, Painting and Hobby Manager.
Today we're bringing you the Staff Scramble.
Oh, excellent.
Today our players will be Will the Nerfinator Schick and Tim 131 Simpson. 131 being his time for his fastest caster kill. So this should be a pretty short stream.
Yeah, we're hoping to be out of here in 5 minutes. Just about 5 minutes.
If that.
If that, yeah. Because Shix is going to be
Right.
done.
So why don't we get into our Warcasters and Warlocks. Dallas, who are we looking at today?
All right. We're going to start out with Schick. Schick is playing Darius with a Stormwall, a Centurion, the Reliant, 2, count them, Dose, Arcane Tempest Rifleman, a Gunmage Captain Adept, Trencher Infantry, full 10 with the UA. And Tim will be playing Vlad 2 with Madeline Corbeau, Drago, and a Kodiak. 2, count 'em, Dose, Dracoons, Covenant Markov, Covenant Joe, a max unit of Ulans, a max unit of Rifle Corps with 3 Rocketeers, and a minimum unit of Battle Mechanics.
Nice.
Excellent.
So let me ask you a question. If it weren't Will Schick playing the game,
If it weren't Will, okay.
do you think this game would be an even match?
Like any other staffer?
No, I mean literally like anybody but Will Schick.
Oh,
Like,
anybody? Yeah, it'd be a way better game.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
But because we're dealing with,
Shit.
it's going to be
It's going to be short.
short.
It's
Okay,
gonna be
all right.
bloody
Well,
and brutal.
that's okay. It's always good to see Vlad 2 on the field doing his thing.
His thing, that popping that feet, casting
Well, yeah,
the cell,
I mean, really, it's going to be a thing to watch.
it's gonna be a slobber knocker.
It's a slobber knocker.
It's gonna be a slobber knocker.
Awesome. So one other thing that's different about this, well, I don't know if it's completely different, but we should be able to hear some table talk later on in the game. Hopefully you guys will get a good sense of the action and how Will deals with his opponents on the battlefield, as well as Tim,
Well,
of
and
course.
also the way Will uses jargon and nonsense to confound and
and
befuddle
confuse
his opponent. Yeah,
his
he-
opponents.
Totally making stuff up. Like,
Oh,
and there's that.
all right. That's new. I guess the table talk isn't going to be
So we're just going
live on the
blind.
stream. So we'll let you know what's being said. We'll take care of you.
Yeah, we're totally just gonna, we'll speak for them.
We'll speak for them.
We'll tap into what we believe their
Right.
intentions are, and put words in their mouth and heart.
Effectively, we will
Will
create
be
the
there.
narrative.
Yeah, we're gonna create the
We'll
narrative
create the narrative
of Will versus Tim
of Will versus Tim.
in the slobber knocker, the great slobber knocker of 2016.
All right, that's the new title
That's the
of this
title.
thing. That's
That's
how it's
the
happening now.
title of this bout.
Wonderful. All right, so it looks like they're setting up. We didn't talk about the scenario yet. The scenario that they'll be playing today is Extraction.
Extraction.
So in Extraction, you can gain points in a couple ways: holding a control point, dominating a control point, destroying or removing models from play. A victory condition being 5 CP are needed for a scenario victory, or a Warcaster or Warlock assassination as per always.
Per always.
Per always.
And except for when not.
In the rare exception
In
where...
the rare case. And don't forget, this is
not.
also a kill box.
Okay,
This is a kill box.
right. Kill box.
Yeah. So that's when you have to be in
the
box.
kill box.
You gotta be in the box.
Right, where the killing happens.
Where the killing begins.
Awesome. So they're setting up. What?
I see.
What is Schick
in
doing?
the setup? Well, I have not seen anything like this since about 2005.
All right, okay.
He is definitely using the classic murder. Somebody said murder ponies. I don't know what those are.
Well, that would be the Ulans, right?
The Ulans, are those murder ponies?
Well, I
Okay.
mean, they're horses. One's got to make some kind of assumption there.
So, anyways, he's setting up in the classic kimchi gambit.
Right. I recall that, yes, in
from
my
2005
gaming time.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like
It's-
this in years.
Indeed.
And obviously, Schick has cheated and gone first.
Oh, well, yes. But that's expected, though. He is a staffer. Too loud. There we go. That's
Wow.
better. All right, little.
No.
So anyway,
All right, what is he activating here?
Well-
Looks like he's running some. You have a bigger screen. Looks like his Arcane Tempest Gun Mage
indeed.
has just run up and is approaching a linear obstacle, but is nowhere near it for safety.
Right. Well, in typical fashion, Will has decided to attempt to use cover and yet somehow still fail
He's very
to use the cover.
He is well known for his attempts at success with failure
And meeting
as a
failure.
result. Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Meeting
So,
failure head on.
Basically aiming for
In lieu of success.
and falling ever so slightly short.
Yeah, we're talking usually within millimeters.
Millimeters
of success.
Millimeters of success.
And
All
he just
right.
rub his storm wall forward.
He did. He used the. I don't believe that's canon though. I don't believe that the noise that he just made there was canon. The noise that you emulated.
That's actually true. I've actually spoke to CCAT directly about this.
Have you?
Yeah, I said.
Okay.
I was like, so with the electric turbines of a storm wall, like if that thing were to run between two pieces of forest,
Yeah.
what is the sound it would make? And it wasn't a.
No.
It was more of a.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
I can.
just hear
I
that
can.
little-
I can hear that. Yeah. That
Because that's the trees reverberating.
in the movie in my head, that's the sound it makes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then followed up by some sick guitars.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But not so Terminator-y.
Not so well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But electric guitar.
Electric guitars.
Absolutely.
Whittly, 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 whittly.
Yeah, that's the one.
And there's Darius. He just moved Darius up to the right of the storm wall.
Right. Oh, now he's moving up his trenchers?
Trenchers. Looks like some trenchers are going forward.
Yeah.
Taking a position near an objective. He's
This
going
is-
for an early contest of said objective.
I
don't
gotta
think
say,
that's actually
I'm
the
not
way
sure
to say
he's
that.
taking into consideration any of Tim's army at all.
I think you're right. He's playing like Tim was not even there.
It's almost like he would do the same thing no matter what he was doing.
He's actually done the same thing in poker. just
He literally just throws all of his cards right on the
He
table.
plays like no one else is at the table.
Right. So,
They're dug in.
so let's see. Now he's moving in. Jack.
That looks
Now-
to be a Centurion.
Centurion.
Nope. That's the Reliant. Oh, yeah, we're hearing you.
All right. So once again, he's managed to position his jacks behind his trenchers. Not entirely sure.
I think
about the
he's
logic
hoping
of that one.
I don't know. What do you think his play is there?
I think maybe what he expects is that his trenchers will die off in a horrible, horrible gun line.
Too loud.
What's going on?
Too loud. I think he's pretending like the jack can't be seen.
Well, I mean, there was a time when that wouldn't even be
good.
screening
Yeah.
like that.
That wouldn't be screening.
Yeah, it's.
And he didn't pop smoke.
I'm really not
'Cause they-
sure what's happening here.
And this is classic Schick.
It's classic Schick. If you don't understand what's happening, you're probably fighting Schick.
You're probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But anytime you're playing a game and you're confused at what's going on,
Right.
you're
But
fighting Schick.
that's the thing. That's his power. Like, no one really
Oh,
expects
yeah, absolutely.
what you can't expect. So.
It's the classic look at my left, look at my left. Oh,
Right.
sick right.
But it's more like, look at my left, because I'm playing with, like, a puppet on my right hand. Like, there's no
Rhyme or reason.
Yeah, it's confusing.
There is no method to the madness.
Now you'll note how Tim,
He's actually using the cover.
he's using the cover.
This is a.
It could come down.
It's a little down.
It could come down a little bit. So, yeah, so here's the overhead. This is a great shot because what it can show you is how Tim is playing correctly and Will Schick is not.
Looks like his Kodiak just ran
Yeah.
up behind some rock.
Tim is
little rocky
bringing
rock.
this fight.
He's
He is
going.
bringing
He's
it.
going for blood.
He's living up to his title of 131.
Oh yeah. He's got to he's got to match that, or
I'll
go
be honest,
home and
I didn't even
shame.
know you could finish a game in 1 minute and 31 seconds. And I'm afraid that Tim's looking to change his nickname
to
to
Tim?
maybe 128
128?
or 127 because he's moving out there. I mean, I think
Doing a little bit of
he's
sweet-
already taken a shot.
sweet pre-measuring.
That's how it's done.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
Look at that. He's bringing that Ulan right there.
nice.
Look at that. Bringing the
Nice.
rest up, putting them together, get their in-base bonuses.
That's gonna be good.
He is setting up for an excellent punch for his next turn.
What do you think is going to happen there? Do you think you see a
I
charge
think Tim's
coming
going to
on?
win so he can go eat dinner.
Yeah, this could be. Who knows? Who really knows?
Playing like a man hungry for tacos. What are those? Those are his Dracoons.
Yeah.
Now they have counter charge.
So by moving them there, he's creating some difficulties for Schick as far as moving his own models. Assuming Schick does what is sensible, which is
Go
entirely
for the objective, right?
Right, yeah.
Because that's the object of the game.
At this point, though, we're not really sure what he'll do.
Who knows? He's literally a loose cannon.
He is the loosest of cannons.
The loosest of cannons.
Yes. The Nerfinator loosest of cannons.
Will the loosest of Nerfinator cannons Schick?
I don't know if we want to make the whole thing his title.
He has many titles.
Yes.
He wears many hats.
Yes, man of many talents.
And we call him many things.
Too many things.
What is Tim doing? Resetting his... Oh, he's opening a board. Right?
What is it that Schick has in his
can go
dice
into
tray
this.
there?
His feet tokens.
Yeah. So, what might be confusing the viewers at home is why he might have those feat tokens in his dice tray. The reason he's doing that is because he doesn't know that dice go in the dice tray. I just have to assume that's it. Right. Sail on Drago.
Sail on Drago.
Whoa.
Looks like he's casting some spells to activate Vlad. So you can see here are Tim's Ulans.
You know, the thing
His goal is probably to come in at this
this is the difference.
storm wall.
This is the difference in play styles. Like when Schick was moving
Now
his
that
stuff
makes
up, it
sense.
seemed haphazard, somewhat loose in its interpretation, like throwing paint on a wall. Whereas Tim has
Tim is
been a
approaching it-
surgeon. He has been a surgeon with
Or
his placement,
a musician, right?
Yes.
He's a composer.
and his orchestra is his army.
His army.
It is a thing to behold.
He orchestrates steel and death.
I mean, you can see the difference in the play styles. Look how the trenchers are just sort of placed, almost even thrown,
Whereas
tossed
these
in line.
Ulans are clearly very specially.
Excellent. Excellent. So, yeah.
He's measuring with his trenchers
It looks like he's trying to get a shot off there, maybe.
against those Winter Guard infantry.
But behind that cover, it's going to be really, really, really hard to shoot them. Let's see here.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, Schick is given some focus to that storm wall, focus to his, power up focus to the Centurion and Reliant, looks like.
You know, it's funny you mentioned poker earlier. You can tell by how the players are positioned, how they're feeling about their game. Note how Schick is leaning over the table, almost overbearing, maybe even attempting to intimidate Tim.
Oh, see, obviously, look at this.
But Tim is so relaxed, so calm, eyes firmly placed on the field.
Methodically analyzing. He's probably like 3 turns ahead already.
Schick's just randomly gibbering in an attempt to try to confuse Tim, but Tim's so uninterested he's literally looking at his phone. Like, he can't get at Tim.
He will never break that ice.
He's got that mental game down. What will Schick do next? Half-jack moves forward.
Let's move the half-jack here.
I believe we call that the sacrifice. The sacrifice. Huh. That's interesting there.
What's his play? What are you expecting out of Schick on this turn?
It's like I said, you really can't expect anything out of Schick. Ultimately,
the ultimate expect the unexpected.
The man's going to do whatever comes into his twisted mind.
He's taking an awful lot of time deciding his turn here.
He really is. He's doing a lot of planning.
Wow, we got so wrapped up in the action right there, Brent. We were so impressed with Schick's play, like we just kind of got lost for a second. It was it was a thing of beauty to behold.
Well, it looks like Tim's looking for some cards. He's gone to the physicals.
He's gone to the physicals.
So this is an interesting turn of events. Perhaps this is a move by Tim to shake Will. Will being such a huge
Will's confidence and randomness.
Well, it's just
and
that
pushed it back upon him.
It's just that Will's such a huge proponent of War Room. Maybe by going to the physical cards, he's is he poking at his psychological well-being? Maybe he is.
Time will tell.
We'll see if it's effective.
Eventually, the outcome will be clear.
I hope. All right, it looks like Will's getting ready to make a play here.
There we go. He has measured every possible configuration.
I agree. I think he's literally measured every. He's ready to put the picture up on the table. Like there's been so many measurements.
It's like one of those guys who have you ever seen one of those guys and they paint and there's throwing paint at the canvas, and then they turn the canvas upside down and it's suddenly it's John Lennon.
Right.
Yes. That is Will Schick and his play style.
It is. It really is. Like
nothing is clear to the final moment, and the trap has been sprung.
Yes, by then it'll be over. Is he still too far away from that? He is. He is still too far away from that wall to get any benefit from it.
He will never gain cover from that wall, playing that far out.
I'm sure he's doing something that I'm not seeing. He must have a plan.
I mean, obviously, his only plan is to burn the clock to keep Tim from achieving anything better than 150.
Some dice are getting ready to be rolled here. We finally pulled the token out of the dice, but that's good. That's good.
Okay, that looks like an 11.
Armor 20.
Here comes the damage. Nothing.
So it's -2 def on those Ulans now, I believe.
On the Dracoon.
The Dracoon.
Yeah.
Well,
see, that's a strategy of Tim there as well. He's got this dark army.
Right, it's hard to
darkness of the shadows.
Right.
Creeping out to get you unseen.
It's working on me, Dallas. I'm intimidated. I'm intimidated. I'm not even playing the game, and I'm intimidated.
I don't think I I don't think I could handle this as an opponent.
Yeah. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. All right. So I think they're starting to finally settle in, these two guys. I think they're
hitting
getting
their
themselves
strides.
getting themselves ready for what's going to be truly a destructive battle.
I'm ready for blood. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah?
I'm ready.
You're ready to see it.
I'm ready for some hot jack-on-jack action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to see some full metal combat.
Full metal combat.
Full metal combat.
Well, that's I think that's definitely in our future.
Some giant robotic beat sticks just going at each other in a just ecstasy of blood.
An ecstasy.
Of
An
blood.
ecstasy of blood.
An ecstasy of blood.
Well, that's poetic. That's poetic, man. I definitely can see that. All right.
Something is going to happen eventually.
At some point, he's going to stop measuring and move a model.
And move a model.
I'm almost positive of it.
Of course, when he does, he'll be nowhere near cover.
And I'll be honest, no one will understand why he did what he did.
Not a single understanding could be gleaned from his moves.
He's a madman.
There we go.
There we go. Oh,
Whoa!
all right.
That is not what I thought was going to happen.
well, hold on.
This has
Hold on.
totally
I think
changed the game.
I think he's still going to move a different way, though. There we go. So he's kind of moving in that terrain.
This is unprecedented.
Oh, I think he's heading for that cover.
He's going to try to gain cover
I mean, I think.
with his storm wall.
No, wait, no. He was just met. Okay, I have no idea what he's doing. He might be trying to stay just out of range of those Oolongs.
Those Oolongs will totally mess up that storm wall. If he allows the charge.
If he lets that happen.
He's going to have to block that charge lane.
All right, he's shooting at that Dracone. He hits. He's looking. Arm 20 looking for some damage here. 6 points of damage in. He's still there. He's still standing. Three shots on the machine gun.
Here comes the first shot.
Needs 11 for damage.
He's hoping for those spikes. That is the opposite.
That is exactly what we expect from Will Schick. Once again, gets close to the mark and falls slightly
just
short.
falls short.
The Nerfinator.
So effective, he nerfs himself.
The man is a work of art. He's a work of art.
He's boosting. There we go. Will Schick just shot a horse, leaving the Dracoon on foot. Arm 18 on the foot.
Spin those
He's going
guns
to try
up.
to finish off that Dracoon, isn't he?
Looks that way.
Nothing.
He is. That is some amazing dice action.
It was quick, fast, and furious.
And
It was definitely fast.
it
and
was
furious.
fast and furious
And ineffective.
and completely ineffective. Right.
Lightning Pod going out to block the charge lane.
Yeah.
He's measuring his distance between Darius and the control.
Looks that way. Will running through some serious time here. I hate to say it, but is Will approaching this with some level of indecision?
Well, he's already made a decision here on this storm wall. He's tried to take care of these Dracoons here, and it fell a little short. Center of the board is going to need... that changes everything.
It looks like he's maybe got a couple shots on that. Just a little short. Looks like Will's looking kind of going over his options here, trying to find what his next play is. But he's looking at this intimidating wall brought by Tim. Tim 131 Simpson. And I just think
there goes some trenchers.
Oh, here he goes.
Trenchers charging the Ulans.
It looks to me like what he's going for here is to kind of block up and keep the Ulans out of really doing anything horrible to his storm wall.
It's a solid play on Schick's part.
Well, this is typical from Schick. He's the kind of guy who's going to throw away lives just to make sure the
just
win
casting
happens.
them aside for his own gain.
It's not uncommon for him to know just kind of take a person and throw him under the wheels of a jack. So, and yeah, that is what I like to call the please let me grease your gears formation. Is there's trenchers throw their lives away.
The oily trencher.
Yeah. My goodness. Just blocking, just doing the best he can to block those charge lanes. Just kind of stopping the field up with meat and gore.
Just clogging it.
Just clogging it up.
Just clogging the field with his trenchers. Lives have no value for Schick.
Zero value.
Zero.
The man throws life away like one throws away toilet paper.
Gross.
Perhaps that was a bad metaphor.
Or the best.
Okay. I don't know.
There we go.
More dice
He's got a
action
charge
here.
going on that Ulan. Can he take it out?
Let's see what that dice roll says. That horrific dice roll brought to you today by Wormwood Gaming. Wormwood Gaming, fine purveyors of dice trays and dice vaults. Get your Wormwood tray today on wormwoodgaming.com.
Wormwoodgaming.com.
Wormwood Gaming.
Wormwood Gaming.
Wormwood Gaming. Wormwood Gaming.
Gaming. Wormwood Gaming.
Woodward. That's what
Woodward.
Wormwood. Wormwoodgaming.com.
So are those actually made from the bark of wormwood?
That's an excellent question. I have no idea if that's available.
Because that is some bloody death cult tree.
You know what? We'll give him a call after the show.
Give him a call after the show.
Give him a call after the show. Let's see what we got going on here.
We've got bodies on the floor. We got bodies on the field.
Yeah.
Schick doing some measuring, deciding what to do with that Reliant.
Yeah, that's
And Tim is just taking this on stride. Like this is a just gnats.
Yeah, Tim's definitely he's sitting in a position that I would call the thinker. He's definitely just kind of resting calmly.
Cool as a cucumber.
You can almost feel that Tim feels like maybe he's playing a younger niece or nephew. Like definitely, it's education time for Will Schick. It seems.
It's like, all right, I'm going to teach you how to play this game.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
We're going to slow it down. We're going to just take our time. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah. see here. Oh.
Dropping some AoEs on those Winter Guard infantries.
Well, I guess that's one way to get around the cover.
He's going to need a 10 on 3.
It's average.
That's about average.
It's average. It could happen. I mean, his dice are...
Will average Schick.
Well, I mean, I got to say, his dice are cold as ice today. I mean, yeah, his dice rolls are
That's
real
the magic
bad.
frozen power of the North.
Right.
From Tim Simpson there.
Yes. Yeah, this is not looking good for Schick here.
This is what happens when you effectively utilize. When you utilize these obstructions, like it protects you. Unlike this, where this has never been used at all by Schick.
It's true.
This Arcane Tempest Gunmage, he has come from all the way there to there without ever utilizing any sort of cover to protect himself.
And at the same time, that Arcane Tempest might be the only one who survives this fight.
Because it's basically not in the game.
Not in the game at all. All right, here we go. So we deviated.
Dropping some AoEs here.
Nice.
Is boosting. Going for 3 dice.
Where do those dice cams end up at? Man.
I believe Schick thinks that this game is over next turn.
Yeah, but
he is confident.
But the question is, why is the game over next turn?
What side is going to come out the victor?
Right.
Only time will tell.
How much time has Tim spent already?
6 minutes.
Oh, well, he's well past his beating his old.
Well, this is stall tactics. This is
it's true.
typical stall tactics from Will Schick.
Basically, I think at this point what he's trying to do is he's trying to bore Tim into losing.
Locked up, drop my stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
What's he got for holding IG?
So let's see here.
Tim's upkeeping his spells, power upping his jacks.
All right, this should be amazing.
This is going to be a turn. This is going to be something to witness.
I cannot wait to see the blood on the hooves of his Ulans.
Just the trampling death of powerful.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It will defy
wordless,
words. It will defy words.
Stumped at the veracity of which this turn is going to come under the control of Tim Simpson.
It's going to be poetry in motion.
Well said, Brent. That was poetic. Once again, like a conductor of a grand orchestra.
Now you see how their body positions have changed.
Yeah, Tim is definitely taking control of this.
Yes, as Will he's sitting, he's worryingly picking out his beard.
Yep, that is definitely a man in distress.
He is, and we watched Tim appropriately use the cover.
Yep. Once again, protecting himself.
While being offensive.
And he just shot the storm pod off the table with that Dracoon, with that shield cannon.
You can almost feel the panic coming from Schick at this point.
It's just oozing. It's just oozing. See
At
him
this
waving,
point,
he's
he's
just
really
waving
gotta,
Schick off. Or he's just waving Tim off.
he's really got to hope that Tim leaves some kind of wild opening on Vlad.
He's really relying on Tim to make a mistake at this point.
Yes.
But look at the gaze of Tim Simpson here.
The confidence of his moving.
He
How's he doing on those die rolls? I missed it.
I didn't see it. So.
So that kind of gray coat you're seeing there, that's Will Hungerford. He's clearly gone over to talk to Schick about how horribly he's doing in this game.
Or knowing Hungerford, trying to give some advice that, of course, Schick will never ever take.
Right. He could be like, well, there's multiple ways you can play this and still possibly win.
Oh, there's multiple paths to victory for Schick at this point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a game of War Machine is not over until it's over.
Oh,
Yeah,
the joy of War Machine.
We've seen upsets.
I've definitely had games where the last thing on my side of the table is a Warcaster.
Yeah.
And when it's the Butcher,
That's kind of
I'm
okay.
still in game.
You're still in the game.
I'm still in the game.
Oh, my goodness. Well, the same's true with Vlad. Sadly, it looks like Tim's going to have his entire army and Vlad. So
And Vlad at the end of the game.
this could be a challenge.
Except for one horse.
Well, yes, they've lost a horse.
One horse.
Yeah. So that's all right, though.
He's
You know.
moved Drago over.
It's kind of like it really all it did is just kind of set up dinner for the Khadoran army there.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, because.
Just on a platter.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on here.
Darius is behind a 4, so he's pretty safe right now.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay. Tim's ready to make this thing happen.
I feel like he's got a play on him.
Here we go.
Attention everybody, we will have an updated list of raffle winners at the front desk after 4 o'clock, so be sure to go by and check and see.
Dracoon killing one of the trenchers, opening up the lane for the Ulans.
Yep.
We have the fat mats that were provided by,
Scoots
Using
on back.
reposition.
you can go to the vendor room,
Scoots on back.
talk to the guys there.
This is a macabre dance that Tim is playing.
Really, all I figured that would happen there is, it's kind of a clearing of the way so that we can truly see the dance of blood that is about to occur next.
The bloody dance.
The bloody dance.
The dance of the visceral viscera dance.
Visceral viscera.
Visceral viscera dance.
All right.
A
Here we go.
sanguine waltz.
Here's that charge. So the
Whew. Ah, man, I am. My heart is pounding right now. My heart is racing at the thought of Will Schick's army just getting decimated on this turn.
Yeah, one of the great things about watching a game of War Machine is you get a sense of how horrible Will Schick plays this game. So at this point now, his
I thought you were going to discuss like the inner workings of your opponent, like their true selves. It's like the mask or the facade falls away, and you see their souls as they execute their maneuvers on the battlefield.
No, I was just going to say that Will's just really
Will's
bad.
just terrible at this game.
Yeah, I mean, just look at this thing. I mean, he kind of tried to throw up this wall of meat, and Tim's chewing through it like it's just a big brick of Provel.
But he's just picking at it though. He's just silently, selectively removing any threat that could cause him harm.
Right, like a tactical nuke.
Like a tactical nuke.
Right, yeah.
Like a
like a
tiny,
nuclear
tiny
weapon
nuke.
in the form of a scalpel.
A nuke scalpel.
A nuke scalpel. It's a real thing.
I've read about those in science magazines.
Right.
Yeah, just little nuclear.
It's you know what
razor
it's
blades.
actually as though it's Tim Nuke Scalpel Simpson.
I'm marking it off. I'm
That's
changing
his
it.
new title.
That's just
Tim Nuke
official.
Scalpel. Tim
Nuke
Simpson.
Scalpel
He's the Nuke Scalpel.
Simpson.
I can hear Will Schick's incredulous voice from here. He's literally saying really, really over and over again in a high, shrill voice.
It's panic.
One might say. But honestly, if I was playing against Tim, the Nuke Scalpel Simpson, I would be panicking as well. I would be panicking as well.
Absolute panic.
Wow. I mean,
I'm an emotional wreck.
he is just getting outplayed in every way. It's almost embarrassing.
Whew.
So he's kind of moving up. There's a clear flank that's happening.
We've got electric clouds
The ring there's the electric cloud.
moving around in a pincher type pattern here.
Literally ignoring the one obstacle Schick did create on the
This
field.
here, this paltry defense mechanism of Will Schick.
Yes.
Once again, not utilizing any sort of cover, except for here, hiding his caster. This Dracoon has, tactically just removed any sort of threat to these Ulans and any sort of obstruction to the Ulans.
There's no tough roll.
Stonewall has done nothing. We just had a tough roll.
Which was successful. Really, the only thing that Schick has done that has been successful is that one tough roll.
Shooting everything.
My goodness. Here come the shots.
Here they go. There goes another trencher. Schick still has these two jacks, which he's probably hoping to put into the heart of the army here. But of course, what's going to happen is these Ulans are going to come in and remove this on the next turn. Leaving Darius completely out in the open to only retreat out of the kill box, allowing Tim's entire force to camp in the center and take victory.
Huh. That is amazing.
I mean, it's obviously clear.
It's quite clear once you've drawn it out like that, I can actually see the play on the field.
It's like the little foots when you're learning how to tango on the floor. It just opens your mind and lets you see the patterns of this game.
Dallas, you have an expert eye.
An
I would have
expert.
never seen that all myself.
Tactical mind, although full of fear.
Because
From
Tim Simpson, Tim the Nuke Scalpel
Simpson.
See how Will Schick is now nervously playing with that dice?
That is fidgeting. That
is a huge tell.
classic.
That is a
Classic
huge tell.
fidgeting. Poker face has just dropped away. There is no more poker face.
At this point, really, the only thing Schick can hope for is Tim's dice literally being thrown away from the table so that he cannot play anymore.
It's going to take an intervention by, the president.
There's going to need a stay of execution by the governor.
Just call him in.
Man,
Classic fidgeting.
that's all right, though. It's okay. I'd be fidgeting, too, if I was facing Tim the Nuke Scalpel Simpson.
And there's those Ulans right into that storm wall. This is going to go down now.
Yeah, I like it.
Woo!
Oh, that's a good hit.
Rolling that
See some
damage.
Oh, there's that gold shield we like to
Wow.
see. There's that gold shield.
Look at the joy on Simpson's face.
How could you not be full of joy?
Comes with another Ulan. Hits with the impact. Rolling damage.
You know, really, I'll be honest, only Don Quixote could dream of striking at a storm wall in the way that Tim, the Nuke Scalpel Simpson, is doing now.
He is tilted at the windmill of Stormwall.
He is tilted at Will Schick's
Windmill.
windmill and has proven himself successful.
Truer words have never been spoken ever in the history of War Machine.
What can I say? I can only call it as I see
Astute.
it. Astute.
You are astute.
Astute's a great word for that. Wow.
I think we're about to lose a Stormwall. I think he's about to lose his Colossal. This, of course, by removing the Stormwall,
He's literally removing Will Schick's reason to play the game.
just will to live. Will to live.
The will to live.
Will Schick to live.
Right.
By removing this Stormwall, Will has nothing to retaliate with on this side because of this forest that he's been hiding behind the entire time with Darius. Leaving these Ulans to begin their pursuit of the fleeing Darius.
Possibly. We shouldn't count him out, though. Will can be cagey.
He may have another ace up his sleeve.
He could be drawing Tim out, making him overconfident. All it takes is that one assassination lane.
That would be a bold move on Schick to use the Stormwall as a prime piece of bait.
Like
a very expensive piece of bait.
Like literally using every piece of his army as an expendable, a worthless piece of detritus to allow him to get that one kill for Darius.
The one
to
kill that matters.
steal all the glory for Darius alone.
Schick's entire plan may be to charge Vlad with Darius and go mano a mano in hand-to-hand combat.
Which one would normally think is complete suicide.
I mean, this is the Dark Prince, Vlad,
yes.
Demir Zipeshi.
All right.
Oh, Madeline Corbeau up in a trench, taking position.
I'll be honest, if I was Madeline Corbeau on that battlefield, I would also be in a trench.
Hiding.
Mm-hmm. We just heard from JR, the convention manager. He mentioned that he thought I would make a wonderful Madeline Corbeau. I gotta admit, he's not wrong.
Truer words have never been spoken in the history of War Machine.
Or removing a base, engaging both those jacks.
Kodiak in there. Love that Kodiak.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that model.
I was going to get it in there anyway. All right.
And that's it for Tim.
That's it for Tim. All right.
Woo!
A little bit of reprieve here, a little breather time for Schick.
That was a high octane turn.
Now this is it. This is where Will is going to show us how truly cagey he is.
Or show us how flawed his plan has been from the beginning.
Well, he always plays as if he had pocket aces. He's always giving all in.
That's his ace.
That is his ace.
Is that he has no ace.
Right.
Wow.
Yes. All right.
Things going not as bad as expected,
Maybe.
or worse than could be possible. Worse than possible. Worse than possible.
Worse than possible?
Worse than possible.
Wow. That's really bad.
Right.
All right. Now, you see there, you notice how Schick, when he picked up that template, he happened to move the trench and Madeline Khador just a couple of millimeters.
Classic.
That is a classic Schick maneuver.
This here is activating. This is the storm wall.
You watch. That'll come into play
He's
later.
pretty worried about this Dracoon. He knows what a Dracoon can do. But, of course, this entire area down here is still in play against Will Schick. These trenchers and... or not the trenchers, the Winter Guard. And he still hasn't really dealt with anything here in the middle of the board. And once again, not utilizing any of this cover available to him. Oh, and here goes, once again, not going for the cover. Darius is probably going to need to retreat back here. Vlad still back here. And Killbox still in play. Of course, he could move over here and utilize this water feature, but not so much this area over here.
That's amazing.
That's what I see. This is what I see playing out in front of us right now.
Right. I mean, it makes complete sense.
Got it on the nose there.
Exactly what he needed.
Everything he could have hoped for and more.
Oh, just outside.
Oh no. That's not good.
Just a bit outside.
It's going to change this turn for Will Schick.
That's what I'm talking about. Tim moved that model in such a way so that
It was
Schick
precision.
would be just outside of range. Like a nuclear scalpel.
Like a nuclear
Like a
scalpel.
nuke scalpel. The man is amazing.
Atomic razor blade.
Like an atomic razor blade.
Is that Will Schick's feet token I see? He's popped his feet.
Oh my.
Of course, with Darius's feet, it's the magic of War Machine, right? The feet.
Of course.
It's the one thing that defines War Machine.
It's the game changer.
It's your one time where you get to drop this ultimate power upon your opponent.
Yes.
And with Darius, that means Darius splits into multiple Dariuses and fight each other.
As Doug Seacat would say, it's awesome.
It's awesome. Casting Jackhammer at Darius, using the Stormwall's massive fist to punch some Ulans out. Oh, nope, doing the Centurion against the Kodiak.
Rolling some dice there. Oh, man. Just 4 damage to the 6.
Another Jackhammer.
Oh,
Made contact. Oh,
Oh.
nice roll.
that's a good roll.
This is it. That was his ace.
Well, the thing is now
we just watched him play it.
is Will Schick. That was it. That was the
That
ace.
was the ace.
Ooh, this is gonna be a long game for Will Schick. That was his ace. No, I think Schick's going to turn this around. I really do. You know, I mean, I think he'll come out of this and push
He never gives up.
He never surrenders.
He is the definition of tenacious.
When one looks in a dictionary for tenacious,
One the T's.
Right. Because it starts with a T.
It starts with a T, correct.
One sees,
I was actually double checking for myself.
One would see Will Schick's picture.
Yes. Oh, well, a young man Will Schick,
right, not
an
the
18-year-old
not
strapping.
not the older Schick that we know now, who's not even close to tenacious.
No.
Right, it's the younger one who's tenacious.
I mean, he's surly.
He's surly, yes, yeah. He's like a stiff cup of coffee at this point. Bitter, but powerful,
and occasionally needed.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think we've defined him perfectly.
Truer words have never been spoken in the history of War Machine.
We're making history here, folks.
History on this table, non-stop cavalcade of excitement. What a slobber knocker we have on our hands. No one here gets out alive.
There's going to be some carnage, that's for sure. Spear attack. Oh, darn good roll. Those dice are heating up for Will Schick.
Maybe it was the fidgeting.
I'm telling you, yes, he might have fidgeted enough with the... Wait a minute, he was fidgeting with the dice, right?
Yes, he fidgeted his dice to heat them up through molecular manipulation.
Wow, that is amazing.
That is his ace.
All right. All right. He physically warms the dice so that they'll roll better.
He molecularly manipulates the dice on a molecular level.
That's amazing.
To make contact with them through a psychic and emotional bond.
Huh.
To make them do their bidding like the worthless trencher lives that he cast aside at the beginning of the game.
Right.
As he cast the dice.
Almost like ritually sacrificed, one might say.
Yeah, like a ritual, yes.
Huh. Interesting. All right, here comes the storm wall, swinging at the horses.
He's going to keep going.
Man, that's he's not having good luck against those horses.
Man,
as you can see, those rolls are atrocious.
Tim was very effective at putting those horses in base-to-base contact to gain the armor bonus from touching one another.
Not that he needs it, because Will can't roll a hit if he wanted to.
Do it if he needed it.
There you go. There's another 5. My goodness. Right now, I believe he's actually getting yelled at by the judge
for not power attack sweeping.
For not power attack sweeping. Like, at this point, the judge has to be on Will Schick's side for him to even have a chance.
I've actually killed
four
barely. Slayers, 4 Crick Slayers with 1 power attack sweep.
Amazing.
Of course, that was a conquest under Sorcerer 2's feet.
Mm-hmm.
And just...
Is that the sound it makes?
That is actually it's more of a...
Yeah, okay. All right. That's
a sound of 4 Slayers.
The sound of 4 Slayers.
Being punched by POW 23 fists.
Wow, man.
Under Sorcerer 2's feet.
Speaking of POW 23, I'm really looking forward to Tim Nuke Scalpel Simpson's next turn. Because I'm thinking we're going to see a feat.
We're going to see a feat. Vlad is going to pop his feet.
I'm thinking we're going to see a feat, and we're going to see some blood.
Carnage, mayhem, wanton destruction.
As Doug Seacat would say, it's awesome. So it's Tim's turn.
And we go. He dropped Hand of Fate off the Ulans.
All right.
No longer needing to worry about that. They're tied up and engaged with that storm wall, effectively removing the storm wall from the game, even if they didn't kill it. Schick's ineffectual dice rolling, protecting those Ulans from any sort of retaliation or harm.
One can usually depend on that sort of thing from Will Schick. You can do something risky and kind of just depend his dice are going to fail him.
I thought the molecular manipulation was going to work in his favor on this one.
It was looking good for a minute.
It just puttered out.
Just puttered out. Once again, getting inches from success.
Inches from success. Falling short.
Just barely. All right. Here comes the nuke scalpel.
He's going to get rid of that half jack.
Tim knows how to roll dice.
Madeline Corbeau up in the mix with an Arcane Tempest gun. No, yep.
Quite a bit of table talk happening here. Tim
Tim going
considering
to his
his
cards.
options.
Probably looking up Madeline Corbeau, making sure he's using Seduction properly. Seduction is a star action where you take control of a living enemy non-warcaster, non-warlock warrior model and base-to-base contact with this model. Then you can immediately make a full advance with the enemy model, followed by a basic melee attack, and then Seduction will expire. The enemy model during this time cannot be targeted by any sort of free strike during the movement, and a model can be affected by Seduction only once per turn. Obviously, Tim is going for the classic Madeline Corbeau Seduction on the Arcane Tempest Gun Mage, moving it over and making a basic attack against Darius.
Yes. Absolutely true.
Or not. We're not really sure at
Well,
this point.
I've got to say that that maneuver is absolutely classic.
Classic. This is classic War Machine at its finest.
If one was going to choose a model to seduce,
Oh, and I chose poorly. He's heading over to the Jacks. No one is quite sure what is going on with Tim's maneuver at this point.
let's see.
This is Tim playing loose and reckless.
You think so?
Yeah, he's just turned it all around back on Schick.
Why do you think he feels like he can play that recklessly?
He's trying to out reckless the reckless.
That is not his strong suit.
This is
That is
not
not
in
his strong suit.
This is not in his wheelhouse.
Well, let's see if this pays off for him. Charges that jack. Oh no.
Charging the half jack.
Charging the half?
Or the guy, the Arcane Tempest Gun Mage.
Yeah.
Tough check on that guy.
Looks like it passed.
Knocked down.
Pounded by that Ulan, and still comes out on top.
That was a Iron Fang thumping.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely true.
Thumped by an Iron Fang.
Looking good, buddy. Look at me. That was Will Schick letting me know that last maneuver was just for me. I appreciate
Classic
that.
Schick.
Classic Schick. Always looking out for his fellow coworkers.
True words have never been spoken in the history of War Machine.
Only if he knew the amount of trash I've been talking about him this entire time.
Whoops!
Oh, that's all right. He'll forgive me.
Classic.
I'm getting a no from producer JR. That's all right.
What could possibly happen next in this riveting match between these titans?
Right, and by Titans you mean Will Schick and Tim Simpson.
Will Schick and Tim Simpson.
Will Schick and
obviously.
Tim Simpson.
Vladimir, the Dark Prince, stepping forward.
I really thought we'd see a feat this turn.
It may still happen. It may still happen.
You think he's holding off for reserve in the next round? He must be.
And yeah, there we go. Drago is activated and charged. He's passed on Vlad without feeding. I agree. I thought we were going to see a feat this turn.
Ouch. Those are some dead models.
Shooting some rockets at the Reliant.
Stepping on that dock. It's time to do a little fishing.
A little fishing time.
Who are we fishing for? Are we fishing for
We're
Darius, perhaps?
Fishing for Darius.
Little Darius fishing going on?
And the tackle is the Rockets.
The Rockets.
Face Rockets. Fishing face rockets.
Fishing face rockets.
Fishing face rockets. We're in Missouri. It's fishing. You drop that G.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Okay. I do want to speak the local dialect.
Yeah, you want to fit in.
To fit in.
It's all right.
All right. Well, he's managed to.
I'm from here. I give you permission.
Okay, I appreciate that, Dallas.
Laser lines are out.
Oh, it's getting
This is the
exciting.
action I like.
He's trying to draw those lines of sight, trying to get that those quick shots in Darius.
Sliding right between the Centurion and the edge of that forest.
Now, see, being a layman, I wouldn't have thought there was a shot there.
I
But-
never saw it
But
coming.
Tim, the nuke scalpel Simpson,
He is literally
plays with amazing precision,
scappling it out. Just
literally blowing things up through an incision,
that wide.
living up to his new nickname,
Living
the nuke
every
scalpel.
second.
Every single second.
Every single second. Like even retroactively.
Yes,
Every one of his moments have led to this moment.
this single moment.
This individual moment in time where history is being made on the tables of War Machine.
I think at this point we have watched him literally play his whole card.
It's all on the table
It's
at
all on
this
the table
point.
now. He's all in.
Nothing can stop him now. Nothing.
Well, except for horrible dice rolls.
That couldn't
That could
always
stop
stop
him.
him.
That could stop
is
him.
absolutely true.
Yep.
Lady Luck is a fickle mistress, Brent,
But he's not throwing horrible rolls. He is doing amazing.
and she is on his side.
Wow. Great rolls. Great
Impeccable
rolls.
gaming on Tim Simpson here.
Game.
And that's it.
Game, set,
Wow.
and match.
Woo! Can you believe it?
Little surprise on the part of us here commentators, but
Didn't see it coming.
Still didn't see that
Absolute
ending
magic.
exactly. Didn't quite see that exact ending, but close.
But we saw the
close
ending.
to that ending.
The ending was predicted and fulfilled.
It was a predictable ending, but we still like to hear the story.
Told forever. The bards of War Machine will tell this of this moment for eons.
At the very least, for a small portion of time where I can continue to rub it in Will Schick's face.
That's true. Absolutely true. Any given moment.
Well, I mean, at this
Just
point,
walk by his office and be like, nuke scalpeled.
nuke scalpeled.
Just removed.
All right. Well, at this point, we'd like to thank everybody who's tuned in. This is the end of War Machine Weekend 2016. On behalf of Privateer Press and War Machine Weekend, we'd wish you all a We are coming back
We're
tomorrow,
back
however.
tomorrow.
Please come back
coming
tomorrow.
back tomorrow.
We're shutting down for today. So
Just
once
this
again,
one day.
on behalf of Private Press and War Machine Weekend, I'm Brent Walder, Director of Legal Affairs.
I'm Dallas Kemp, painting and hobby manager.
We'll see you tomorrow.